So at Pacific, they expect students to elevate what they did from high school. So if you were in clubs, they expect you to create clubs, to try to go as high as you can, not just join clubs, create clubs. And I didn't do anything. So admissions and my peers are like, this is strange. Like, you're special as a student. Like, why aren't you creating anything for the campus? Um, I know I'm a star because I know no one studies the brain the way that I do. For I've been studying the brain since I was 4 years old. So I've been testing it for a long time. So I know it can do things that other people don't know it can do. Right? So when I say I'm a star, I don't mean like I'm God. I just know that I have a doctoral thesis that no one has found yet that may impact how we view the brain. That's all. So on campus, I was being like an optometrist with my peers and my professors, where I'm like, can you see that I'm a star? And I keep adjusting. Right? So if they make a step forward, I'm like, okay, I'll adjust a little bit more. Can you see more than that? Right? It's like, oh, Min's not just normal, he's talented. And I adjust. Right? I might paint something for them to see. And they're like, oh, Min's really special. And I adjust it again. Min's really, really special. And I adjust it again. So they didn't get to the point where Min was really like, Min is something, which is a PhD. Right? They didn't simplify it to a PhD. They're like, Min's talented, and that's about all they got. You need to be able to simplify it to where does it fit in reality? Like, not Min's a god or Min is Michael Jordan, right? What is Michael Jordan? He just practiced a lot. What is Kobe Bryant? He just practiced a lot. What is LeBron James? He just practiced a lot. It's that simple. They're not God. What is Patrick Mahomes? He just practiced a lot. So they should have figured out that Min is a doctoral student in an undergraduate program. That's what they should have figured out. So that's what I was just joking with Robin Lee, where I'm like, you got a fire in your face. The Gordon Ramsay, where how he deals with kids and how he deals with adults. I'm like, you got a fire in your face. How do you not see it? Gina, Carolina, Chris Baum, all of them, and I'm in Sigma Chi. Don't even try to take that away from me. Like, I know Chris was trying to get me to be a pledge, and I was in Sigma Chi studying with him for a day, and I was just like, I'm bouncing, because nothing was happening. He didn't. Chris. I mean, he invited me to a party once. I didn't go. I'm like, I'm just testing. I'm just like, can you see a bit more than that? I'm not just a normal pledge, right? You gotta do more, right? So I don't go. Just testing you. It comes off shy and things like that, but I tell my brain to do things, and it automatically gives me nervousness, shyness, and I act it out. Right? I've been doing this since I was 4 years old. Like, hey brain, do this. Hey brain, pay attention to this. And then I would review it later, like, oh, you found all this. Or I'll have an epiphany, like, oh, because I told the brain to do something. So with Robin Lee, I'm like, hey, like, there's a fire in your face. You're an idiot, right? Robin Lee is like, no, you got to work on your PhD. is what she said to me, right? She saw my work. The thing, I'm calling it the thing is as in fact, is a fact. The thing is. And she's like, you got to work on your PhD. Like that's some graduate, that's some doctoral work right there. And I'm like, no, Robin, I'm not gonna do my PhD. Right? People don't get what I'm trying to say. I'm not gonna do my PhD because I'm already doing it. Right? So Robin Lee's like, oh, he's thick-headed. He's not gonna listen to anyone. No, I'm just adjusting it. You said PhD, and I said what? I said no. What does that mean? If I have that much talent and then you raise the bar and I say no, what does that mean? I'm better than that. Or I'm already doing it. Right? It's like your parents going, men take out the trash, men take out the trash, men take out the trash. Over a long time, it gets annoying when you already did it. So you become humorous and go, no, I'm not going to take out the trash. And then the parents are like, what? Are you talking back to me? It's like, go check the trash. And then they check it and it's already taken out. So that's what I do. I give attitude to show that, hey, Min is just not some pushover. He's not a normal talent. He's telling you how to do this. All right? You got to pay attention to everything. All right? So when Robin Lee was like, hey, you need to do PhD, your PhD, I was like, no, I'm not going to do my PhD. That should have been that's the adjustment for you to go, hey, something's wrong. Why did it dip? That's basically it. I'm just on campus. I was just playing with the students, testing their eyesight, for them to see how to elevate yourself. Because a lot of kids like, how do we become Bobby Fischer? How do we become Patrick Mahomes? It's so mysterious. And what I was trying to teach was, it's not mysterious, right? You just need to push yourself. You need to dedicate yourself to studying other people. So when they noticed I was talented and I'm special, every time they talk to me, every time they behave around me, I would adjust. I would make adjustments. Give them attitude, ignore them, just give them a smile, right? And that's their adjustment to go back to their dorm room and think about it. It's like, what information did men give me? Why that's important is you watch Patrick Mahomes and you're like, what information is he giving me to draft him high? Right? What information is Michael Jordan giving me to draft him high? All right? What information are you giving me? So I purposely, this is why I'm different from LeBron James and Michael Jordan. They do it unconsciously. They're just, they're just students in high school and college hoping that people would notice them. Hoping. Right? I know I'm a star. I know I have something that the world doesn't have. So I'm purposely giving you information about me. That's the difference. That's the special awareness that I have that other people don't have. I am very aware of myself. to the point where I'm making you aware of me. All right. So that's one thing where pay attention to the information people are giving you, whether they're shy, outgoing, friendly. Pay attention to that. All right. That's where you can evaluate a top draft pick and a lower draft pick, or someone really talented, someone not so talented yet. Everyone will reach their talent. But be aware when someone is very odd. Someone is super special, right? So with me, with my peers at Pacific, I was giving them information every day. When they wanted more, I would post more on Facebook. When they wanted more, I would just be more. I was literally giving them information about me. Meaning I'm very aware of myself. All right. And they need to know, well, compare and contrast. Who else is very aware of themselves? Teachers are. People with their PhDs are. So when they make that connection, it's like, oh, Min's a PhD student on campus. No way. We don't have one. Pacific doesn't have a doctoral program. Like maybe not in fine arts, right? So if they can make that connection, which they didn't, right? They're like, Min's talented. If they can make that connection and Min is a doctoral student, that's odd. That's weird. Why is a doctoral student in with the undergrads? That makes Min even more odd. It makes them even more special. So you got to pay attention to the information people are giving you. If they're intentionally giving you information, that is a very aware person. All right? That is a very special person. If they're intentionally giving you information, right? So for me, Catherine's my big sister, but she wants to have me as a son-daughter. So Catherine's always giving me information. It's like, hey, this is information about me, right? This is my breast cup size. This is what I'm about. This is da 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 da. So she's always giving me information, right? In third grade, Mrs. Wright, right, as an adult, would give us kisses, candy kisses. That's information, right? It's like you need to mature faster. Even if you're in third grade, you need to mature faster. It's a candy, but it's a candy kiss. So yeah, you need to pay attention to the information people are giving you. All right. And with the brain does stuff automatically. All right. You can tell the brain, pay attention to that, forget it, and go off and do something else, and the brain will accumulate data. And you can review it in your behaviors, your paintings, your art, whatever it is. You can look back at it and you're like, whoa, the brain found all of that. So in my paintings, in my art, I would just think the brain like, hey, I need answers. And when I go back to my art, all of it's there. All the answers the brain can think of is there. So it's not supernatural. It's not any of that. It's because I use the brain intentionally. Like, hey, brain, I need information on the universe, things like that. And I go paint, and I come back to the painting. At the time, I'll be painting a thing. It's just a thing to me. To me, it's just the thing. But then when I come back and look at it again and again and again, it's a lot of information from the brain. So that's how that works. Remember, it's not magical. It's not a miracle. Stop using that term. Um, it's just real science. It, it's really that simple.